Good day, everybody, and welcome to today's latest episode of my YouTube video series. And today I want to shoot a video about why you shouldn't buy property in JB if you haven't thought this through, okay? Because whenever people ask me, right, Ryan, I want to buy property in JB, right? And a lot of you contact me, right? Thank you very much for your interest, and I hope I've been able to serve you. So when people ask me to buy property in JB, the first question I always ask, right, is why are you buying, right? Why are you buying? Right? And invariably, actually, today many of you say they want to buy for retirement, which is good, right? We want people to buy property, which is for own use is the best, right? They have real demand, right? So a lot of you say you want to buy for retirement, right? But also many of you will say that even though I buy for retirement, there may be a need to sell, if you need to sell, right? And I don't want to lose money, or and if some people want to make money, also they want to buy for retirement, they also want to make money. Okay, so there's a lot of jumbled up objectives, right? So I always ask them, which one is more important, retirement or make money, right? If you want to make money, there are a lot of ways to make money, right? It doesn't have to be property, right? It can be other ways which are more suitable for you. You could be good in shares, you could be good in Bitcoin, for all I know, right? That could be more suitable investments for you, right? Property is not necessarily always the best investment for everybody, okay? So if some people say they want to buy for rental yield, right? I say rental yield in JB is only 3 to 4%. It's not low, it's not high either. You can buy REITs, you can buy dividend stocks on the stock market, and you can get 3 4% easily. So why you want to buy property to get 3 4% yield? So I find that a lot of people have their objectives jumbled up, right? Which is the reason why I'm doing this video, right? I want you guys to have a very clear objective. If you say buy for retirement and retirement first, then all those other make money investment is secondary. The important thing is you enjoy the property, you like the house, right? You like the location, you like the building, you like the developer, right? Then you buy lah, right? You don't ask me, Ryan, where you want to, where will you buy? I mean, I and you are very different people, right? My requirements and your requirements can be very different, right? What I like is not necessarily what you like, right? So, uh, the house is you buy to stay one, not I stay one. Why you ask me? Okay. So when people ask me, Ryan, where do you want to stay? Where do you want to buy? I find the question is totally not relevant, right? Because my requirement and your requirement is different. So, um, you must like it, right? And the next question, of course, is um, do you know the place, right? Some people ask me, Ryan, I heard you talking about Medini, these projects. I heard you talk about RM Princess Cove, right? Can buy, cannot buy, can I retire there or not? Then I ask them, do you go there? Are you familiar with the place, right? Then you tell me, no, I never go there. I only go to this place. Then the first thing you should do if you want to buy for retirement and you're considering a property is to visit the place first, right? You must go and visit, right? And understand the place, see whether you like the location, right? Whether you and you must go many times, right? One trip is not enough. You have to go multiple trips, right? Each trip I suggest you go and stay there 3 days, 2 days, right? Minimum. Right. Many Singaporeans go to JB regularly now, right? A lot of people who buy property in JB today go to JB regularly, right? Normally people come in, right, and say, I want to buy, right? And those who actually do buy, they already go JB very often, so they know the place very well, right? Sometimes they Airbnb that condo many times already, so they feel comfortable and they want to buy that condo because they already know, right? So if you are a first timer to JB and you don't go to JB, don't ask about property. Property is the last thing you should be asking about. If you don't even go to JB, go and visit the place first, right? Go in. If you want to buy Medini, right, you go stay Bukit Indah, go Eco Botanic, go and familiarize, decide if you like the place or not. If you want to buy JBC Center, you go to JB Center, go and stay a few nights, get a feel you like the place or not. Then only after many trips you are comfortable, then you can say, oh, I want to buy, right? You are ready to buy, right? And if you say you only come to JB like once every quarter, once every 6 months, I don't think you need to buy property in JB, right? Why you want to buy? Because you hardly come anyway, right? So if you only come once every 6 months, once every 3 months, you might as well just book Airbnb, book hotel. Why you want to buy property in JB, right? The need don't match the requirement. Because I have people right come and tell me, Ryan, I'm considering to buy retirement property in Japan. Some people tell me I want to buy retirement property in Bangkok. I say, oh, okay. Then I say, got how often you go to Bangkok? I say, oh, 1 year, maybe 2 times, 3 times. I say, you 1 year, 2 times, 3 times, go Bangkok, buy for what? You might as well just stay hotel, right? The reason why people are retiring in JB is because JB is nearby, it's easy to go, and you can go many times. You can make use of the house, right? If you don't go to JB enough, then why you buy a retirement house in JB? It totally don't make sense, right? So and you must know the place well first. That's a very important requirement. Okay. So some of you also when you tell me you buy for retirement, right? Say, Ryan, I haven't retired yet. My retirement is maybe 5 years, 10 years, 15 years down the road. Okay. So the good thing about if you buy and you buy today and you haven't retired yet, right, but you're planning in the future, is good. You know, it's like an insurance, right? You buy this property as insurance. So in the meantime, you want to rent out, okay, the property, fine. So you know when you rent out, you get 3 to 4% rental yield. Your money is working, okay? It's not sleeping, right? Because you don't want to buy property, the money is sleeping. So you get a 3 to 4% rental yield in the meantime, similar or a bit better than FD rates in Singapore. So that's okay. So the thing about, if you can wait, right, then you can buy new property, right? You that in the location, you can take a bank loan, right? These are the plus points if you haven't retired yet. But if you already retired today you're already above 55 or 65, you already retired, right? Then you most likely will not buy new property, like you want to buy completed property, right, that you can immediately move in, because you already retired. You don't want to wait 4 years or 5 years, right? The other thing to consider is whether do you need to buy landed or not. A lot of people tell me, Ryan, I want to go JB, I want to go Malaysia, I want to buy landed because Singapore landed expensive, right? I want to buy landed in Malaysia. Now, if you are a retiree, I don't think you want a landed though, because landed is a lot of maintenance, right? A lot of work to take care of this landed property, right? Maybe if you haven't stayed in a landed property before, you don't understand what I'm saying. But I'm telling you now, if you buy a landed property, there's a lot more maintenance, right, than a condo. And you must also understand that landed is usually in location where it's not so convenient. Most landed is not convenient. If you got no car, right, it's difficult to live in a landed, because you want to go out, you have to take a car, right? Like for example, people tell me can take Grab. Okay, if you go for holiday, take Grab, okay lah. But if you stay there, right, and you want to go breakfast, take Grab, lunch, take Grab, dinner, take Grab, buy grocery, take Grab, right? I think is not feasible lah, right? Especially if you're going to spend more time in property, right? If you're going to treat it as a holiday home, then maybe, right? It really depends. I mean, how much time you spend in JB, right, in that property. But like I said, the problem landed property is if you don't stay in a while, the house will deteriorate, right? And I have seen many cases of landed property in JB owned by Singaporeans, and then after a while the Singaporean don't go, the house deteriorate, right? It become a hassle to manage instead. Okay, so I feel that for retirees, right, you don't need so big space. You just need 2 bedroom, right? Maybe a small 3 bedroom. Some retirees are happy with 1 bedder, in fact, or studio, right? Just nice for people to retire. They don't want too much of a space to manage. They want convenient location where, easy to travel. There's a base for them in Malaysia, so they buy this kind of smaller sizes, right? If you buy a landed, it's minimum 4 bedroom. What are you going to do with 4 bedroom if only two of you stay? Finally, if you are buying for investment, as I mentioned earlier, rental yield in JB is only about 3-4% today. So 3-4% is not great, right? It's not low, but it's not great, right? Most people who are buying for investment, they're actually targeting at the capital appreciation, right? Because now the price gap between Singapore and JB is very big. The gap is very big, right? It's 2 times, 3 times, or more, right? And when the RTS is up, right, people expect that gap to narrow, right? So that will happen, right? I think if you ask me, the price gap will definitely narrow. Narrow how much is the question, right? So people who are playing property, who are investing property in JB are looking at that. Okay, if you're buying for investment, very clear mindset, buy for investment, right? That's how you should look at it, right? And in the meantime, you get a tenant, right? The tenant usually is Malaysians working in Singapore, in the area of town, in the city center, right? Or we also get a lot of Singaporeans who are retirees. Finally, I want to end this video by saying that if you don't need to buy, right, rent is always a good option. Like I said, many people rent, right? If you're not sure what to do, rent is also probably a good way to start. You can rent. A contract in Malaysia is 1 year minimum, right? You can rent, try it out, get a feel, right? If you're not sure whether you're going to spend enough time in Malaysia, you may or may not spend enough time in Malaysia, then you rent first lah. If you rent, you enjoy while you actually go to JB very often, then you consider to buy, right? Don't rush about it because there's a FOMO. Everyone's buying property in JB now. Don't do that, right? The importance is to sort yourself out. What is your requirement first? Okay, I think that's very important. Today, many people are staying in JB because cost of living is lower than Singapore, and they have many lifestyle options, especially for those who are retired. They find that they can do a lot of things in JB, get a upgraded lifestyle for the same cost, So that's why lots of Singaporean retirees are looking into JB today. You can watch my other videos if you want to get some other ideas of what people are doing in JB, right? Or ask your friends, right? I'm sure some of your friends who are in retiree age are also spending a lot of time in JB today. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have anything to comment, please comment below. If you like this content, please like, share, and subscribe. Please share this with your friends, especially those friends who are considering to buy in JB, don't know want to buy or not. Please share this video with them. Like I said, don't force yourself or don't get into the FOMO of buying property in JB if you don't know what you are doing, right? It's important to have a clear objective, right? I always ask the question, why are you buying JB? Have a clear objective before you make a decision. And if you want to buy any particular property, please make sure you understand the location well first. That is standard, right? You don't buy property in places that you don't know. Okay, go and visit and stay and get very familiar before you look at property. Okay, Thank you very much. Please like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Hope to see you soon. Subscribe. Thank you very much. We always need the subscriber counts to go up, and that will help with the channel a lot. Thank you very much, and bye bye.